With both of the presumptive nominees of our country's major political parties relatively well advanced in age, like we just talked about, mental fitness has become a major political weapon during this year's election. President Biden at age 81 and former President Trump at age 77 have both shown signs of slippage throughout the campaign, leading to headline after headline about how to measure and think about cognitive decline and the serious doubts voters have about both candidates' mental acuity. The latest in that series of headlines, an article out this week from the Wall Street Journal claiming President Biden is showing signs of slippage based on interviews with more than 45 people over several months. Washington correspondent Kelly Myers live at the White House. Kelly, this morning I heard you talking with Leland about this and how this may actually play into how both campaigns strategize going into November.
Exactly, and this is coming as President Biden is currently overseas trying to show that he is a leader on the world stage. But just as he was taking off for his trip last night, Nick, this story in the Wall Street Journal dropped. It ripped into the president's vulnerabilities, as you were just talking about, his age and questioning his ability to serve for another 4 years. So the article gave a scathing look at the January meeting in the West Wing, where participants said they struggled to hear the president as he spoke so softly, they said, saying he read from notes and sometimes closed his eyes for so long that some thought he had tuned out. And in February, a meeting with House Speaker Mike Johnson, he said he worried the president's memory was slipping on his own policy. Then former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy said when Biden was negotiating with House Republicans, his memory of the details seemed to shift day to day. McCarthy saying in an interview, quote, he's just not the same person. But another former House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, is sticking up for President Biden and slamming the Wall Street Journal, saying, quote, many of us spent time with the Wall Street Journal to share our on the record, our firsthand experiences with POTUS, where we see his wisdom, experience, strength, and strategic thinking. Instead, the Journal ignored testimony by Democrats, focused on attacks by Republicans, and printed a hit piece. So the reaction still pouring in here. We're watching to see where this goes next, Nick.
Kelly, before you go, what is the White House actually saying about all this?
Yeah, so the White House is fairly quiet today with the president overseas for a few days. Not much staff here, but our Tanya Nori did get a statement from the White House spokesperson slamming that Wall Street Journal article, saying, quote, literally the sole on-the-record critic in the entire story is Kevin McCarthy, whose interview contradicts his earlier public and private statements about finding the president sharp in their private meetings. So safe to say here, the White House isn't taking this as any more than a hit piece, at least publicly, but it also hits on his political vulnerabilities and could have a sway potentially over readers. According to our latest Decision Desk HQ polling, President Biden's approval rating is just above 40% right now, and that's compared to 58% who disapprove. And Nick, we are now exactly 5 months out from Election Day in November, which means a lot can still change, but concerns over Biden's age and to some extent Trump's don't seem likely to go anywhere. Nick.
And you and I both know that it will be the deciding factor when people hit the polls in November.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.